Welcome students to today's class of Earthquake, Chapter 8, and that is included in your second term syllabus. In this chapter, we will study about the meaning of the earthquake, what are the causes of the earthquake, the constructive and the destructive part of the earthquake, that is the effect of the earthquake, and also the seismic waves. First, welcome students to today's class of Earthquake, Chapter 8. In this chapter, we shall be studying about the meaning of the earthquake, the causes of the earthquake, the effects of the earthquake, and also the region where the earthquakes are more prominent in this world. Firstly, meaning of the earthquake. An earthquake is defined as tremor that is felt below the surface of the earth, which cause the shaking of the crust. Or we can also say an unexpected or the sudden movement of the earth's surface caused due to the shaking inside the earth is known as your earthquake. You can just take an example of your hand trembling. If you keep a glass on your hand and you tremble your hand, the whole glass gets affected. Same way, anything that is beneath the earth crust start to shake. It causes the effect on the surface of the earth, and hence we experience earthquake. Causes. First causes is your volcanoes. We have already learned about volcanoes in our previous chapters. So during the eruption of the volcano, lots of gas, lots of pressures are released. In that process, they push the earth crust very violently, and which cause the earthquake or the shaking of the earth crust. The earthquakes caused by the eruption of the volcano is only limited to the region where the eruption of the volcano takes place. Such example is your Krakatoa example between the island of Sumatra and Java, which caused severe earthquake around that region. Now here is the picture depicting where the volcano Krakatoa is located. It is located between Sumatra and Java. This region is a place where your Krakatoa volcano is located, and they experience lots of effect during the eruption of this volcano. Now, secondly, we have got plate tectonics. Now, when the plate moves and slide over each other, their edges produce fault and the lines of weakness. Now, our Earth is made of several plates which are in a constant movement. So, when this plate moves, they slide over each other, they hit each other, and the edges produce fault lines, these cracks in the plates. Now, when this occurs, the earthquake is prominent in the fault line. There is a weak part of the earth crust. Now, such example which is caused due to the plate tectonic movement was your Bhuj earthquake uh, in Gujarat in 2001. Now, as we told, that our earth is divided into plates. So these are division of the plates. You can say Pacific plate, Australian plate, African plate, South American plate. Now, these plates are on a constant movement. When they move, the boundary they slide, they hit each other, they causes fault line and causes earthquake. Here also another example in the picture given. Here is was the uh, surface of the earth or the earth which was very normal, but when this fault line took place due to the plate tectonic movements, they cause slide over each other and cause your earthquake. Let us come to the folding and faulting, the third point. Now, due to the horizontal and vertical movement and also compressional and tensional force that our earth receives causes an earthquake. It causes an imbalance in the crust of the earth, and that in result causes earthquake. Such example was your San Andreas fault of California, which broke the earth for about 402-kilometer length. Now, this is the tensional force that the earth experiences, and it is the compressional force that the earth experiences. Here also you can see that they're sliding uh, each other plates. So this causes this kind of forces causes your earthquake. Now this is the image of your San Andreas fault of California, which was 402-kilometer long. Now let us come to the types of earthquake waves. Primary waves and secondary waves. Now, when the earthquake occurs, there are some wave that is released, and those are known as your earthquake wave or your seismic wave. Firstly, we are learning about the primary waves. Now, primary waves are the first wave that are to be recorded in your seismograph. This primary wave can travel through solid, liquid, and gas. Okay, so this causes the movement of the earth crust. Here you can see how it affects the surface of the earth. Now, coming to the secondary waves. So secondary waves moves up the particle of the rock. They move up and down, slide each other in a perpendicular direction of the earthquake. Here you can see the direction of the earthquake. So the S wave moves in this perpendicular direction along this direction of the earthquake, and it causes the movement of the earthquake up and down. Here you can see. Lastly, you have got the L waves or the surface waves. Now, these are the last wave that is to be recorded in your seismograph. Now, this causes lots of destruction, and the effect that we feel feels when the earthquake occurs is due to these L waves. Now, what is seismic focus? The point of origin of the seismic wave is called your seismic focus. And epicenter, what is that? The point of the Earth's surface directly above the seismic focus is called your epicenter. Now, these are two important terms used on your earthquake. This focus, this place where this earthquake originates, is known as your focus. You can these rings representing your seismic waves. Now, the place right above of the focus is called your epicenter. These are two things, two terms that are mostly used during earthquake to know where is the focus and where is the epicenter of the earthquake. Effect of the earthquake. There are two types of effect: constructive effect and your destructive effect. In the constructive effect, let's just see energy release. Now, during the earthquake, huge amount of energy that are trapped inside the earth is released, which benefits the earth. This is experienced especially in your plate margin areas where the maximum earthquake activities takes place. Landform. It also makes new landform. The occurrence of folding and faulting of the earth crust during the earthquake results in creation or formation of new landforms. For example, your Bay of Japan, which was lifted 200 meters in 1923. Now, let us come to destructive effect. Collapse of structures. The human settlements are spread all over the earth on the surface of the earth. Some of them are built on the earthquake zones. Now, those houses which are built on the earthquake prone areas, they experience your collapse. When the earthquake occurs in those places, the constructions of buildings and houses gets destroyed. Okay, so it causes your collapsion of structures, causing great loss of life and property. Course of river flow in a definite directions all the time, but when the earthquake occurs, due to the upliftment and subsidence of the earth surface, the river tend to change their course of flow, and in that process it destroys the agricultural land, it destroys the habitable land or the settlement, causing lots of loss of life and property. Thirdly, tsunami. You've already heard that the word many a time, I believe. The destruction or destructive ocean wave caused due to the disturbance that rapidly displaces a large amount of water is known as your tsunami. A tsunami is triggered due to earthquake, due to the volcanic eruption and landslide. Here is a picture depicting about the effect of the tsunami. Here you can see huge amount of water is being flowing into the city and destroying whatever is on its path. So this is the destructive effect caused by the earthquake. Lastly, flash floods. Now, when the earthquake occurs, dams, embankments, they collapse. Now, dam embankment they trap the water. So when these dams and embankment collapses, those trapped water are released suddenly, rapidly, and it causes huge flood, causing lots of damages to life and property. Earthquake zones of the earth. The Circum-Pacific Mountain Belt. Now, this Circum-Pacific Mountain Belt consists 70% of all the earthquake that occurs on the world. It is also known as the Ring of the Fire. Now, this belt have lots of weak crustal or fault line, or the crust is very weak, where the lots of volcano eruption occurs. and in result, lots of earthquake also occurs. Now, this circum-Pacific belt is located to the western coast of the North and South America, also to the eastern side of the Asian continent. You have lots of island here of Asia. Now these red regions are the places or is the place of the circum-Pacific belt, and here 70% of the earthquake is experienced. Secondly, we have got the mid-mountain belt. Now it consists only about 20% of the earthquake it is experienced on the earth surface. Here is your mid-wall mountain belt. Now it builds along the Alps, the mountains of Mediterranean, the Asian Minor, the Himalayas to the East India. Okay, if you see here carefully, you will see it extends from the Alps mountain of the Mediterranean and comes till the Himalayas. So this is the regions where the mid-wall mountain belt exists. Lastly, we have got the mid-Atlantic ridge. Now, this consists of only 10% of the earthquake in this belt. Now, this ridge, two tectonic plates move opposite in direction. Okay, so this is your mid-Atlantic ridge. Here, the tectonic plates of two different tectonic plates move side by side or slide opposite directions, and that causes earthquake in these regions. So by this we come to the end of this chapter of your earthquake. Please follow your books, please read your texts for better understanding, or if you have any questions to be asked regarding this chapter, you are very much welcome. You can access to our number, you can mail us, you can call us. Thank you.